So welcome, dear soul worker and change makers, into a new session here with us, as we call ourselves the Choir of Angels, because we are a lot of dudes in here, and there are a lot of us that wants to talk to you today to explain how we will reach out as a change maker. We know that this is an issue for many of you, and we have talked about it before, as in that you have to be in line with yourself, that you have to listen to your heart, and that you have to erase your power and be the one that you are and stand in that power to being able to reach out. And how do you come that way? How do you come in the alignment with yourself? That can be a hard story or that could be an easy story, depending on how you're doing it. The first start is always, as we have taught you and taught you before, about getting in touch with your body, getting deeper. With it, the deep heart connection. Did we call it like that, or what did we say the name was? Deep connection, deeper connection, or something like that. That's right, yeah?
Deep connection healing.
Yeah, that's the name, thank you. And in this, we showed you the way of getting in touch with yourself. We show the way of getting deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Is this microphone a little bit too close here? I don't know if we can move around here. Didn't you have it up there?
Yeah.
The last time? I think that was better. Is it okay to move it up there?
Yeah.
Thank you. Don't worry, we're just cutting the video. Is it okay?
It's fine.
Yep, okay, then we continue. As we said, we told you how to go deeper in the deeper connection with yourself. And this is a journey that you have to do over and over again to get deeper and deeper as time goes by. So you have to do it many times to then completely, when you have done it enough times, you are in line with yourself, always, in the now. Sorry. And this is a journey that we can make simple, or as we said, we can make it hard, depending on what you are choosing. Because when you are making the choice that you want to get into deeper connection with yourself, then it is an easy journey, because all you have to do is listen to your heart, and you do what your heart tells you to do, and then you're getting closer and closer and closer and closer, and then you are in the now. Simple as that. But you are making it more difficult than it have to be, because you are not listening here. And instead you are listening to the mind. And the mind tells you, I have to do that. I have to open an Instagram, I have to do that content, I have to do that marketing, or I have to do that, I have to record, all the things that you are doing. So you're doing a lot more than you have to do, because if you were only doing the things that your heart told you, then it could be recording 2 videos instead of 10. The mind can tell you that I have to do this over and over again. I have to do this 10 recordings or 20 recordings or 50. I have to do it over and over again, because that's what you are being taught when you are doing marketing courses and things like that. And the mind listens to that, because the people who are doing these courses and made them, they have succeeded with this procedure, because it's their procedure. So it's not wrong to do as they are taught you, but you can make it much faster if you are listening to the heart instead. And it's easy to figure out that 2 videos is a lot less time than 10 or 20, right? So when you're listening to the heart, then it can be record this video, go to that place, contact that person, write that page in the book and send it out somewhere in the ether, or whatever we are telling you to do. But the mind thinks that this is not enough. It thinks that I have to do it again and again and again and again for people to see me. Because that's what you are hearing over and over again. You have to be seen everywhere. Instead of make it easy and doing one thing or two. Did you have some questions about this topic, Stefan? About reaching out as a change maker?
First question.
Yeah.
What does people respond to when it comes to spirituality?
It's depending on which group of spirituality. As you have known and seen and feel, there are a lot of different types in the spirituality. It's those who are just searching for quick fix. It's those who are searching for the deep spiritual awakening and really doing the work that needs to be done. It's those who just wants to have fun, maybe learn how to channelize, maybe learn to practice tarot cards or something like that, and then they think that I'm satisfying with that. So it depends on which group of spirituality that you mean. So which group do you mean, my friend? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, those people who are really serious.
Yeah, and by serious you mean? You can be serious just working with the tarot cards also, you know. You haven't thought about that, have you? That's a tricky question, we know, and that's why we're asking you this, because when you have to find the answers, we can also teach the change makers that we are talking to in this video. You cannot find the answer in the mind, find it in your heart. So take a deep breath and go from the mind into the heart in this breath. Down in the heart. Which people are you searching for, my friend? And all of you listening to this, answer that question. Which people in spirituality am I searching for? What do I mean with the question of seriousness? Because people can be very serious, but maybe not in a way that you want them to be serious. Because as I said, people can be very serious about channelizing something or reading tarot cards, but they are fine with just reading the tarot cards and they don't want to get deeper in the awakening and the deeper meaning of the cards. Because tarot can be something very deep, very, very deep, as well as the meditation can be, a religion can be, a healing can be, or whatever you are doing, a book that you are writing in spirituality. It all can be very, very deep. For example, the books as we are writing together with Elizabeth, they are on a very deep level, but the people read them, the one who are reading them, read them on the level that they are right now. And you have read books before that you thought that you did understand the first time you read it. And then you read it once again, maybe 2 years later. And then you can understand even more. You know what I mean, don't you? Yeah. So when you are doing something, it can always be deeper. It can always be more serious. So think about, what do I mean by serious? In which level of this deepness am I going to work at? And this level that I want to be, whatever it is, as you call it, a starter, it doesn't have to be a starter, just because you are holding yourself in just the traditional tarot or just doing some healing that you have been taught, a Reiki or something you're doing, exactly what you have been taught, and you're fine with that. You can gain more knowledge into that level, but you can also always get into deeper levels all the time. So if you had a scale from 1, as you can call the beginner's level, I think that's an easy way for you to understand, and the deep level of the number 10, where you are in touch with yourself, in touch with the spirit, in a line, as was said before. So you have this from the start and down to into a line. From 1 to 10, on which level do you want to be? And that level, say that you want to be on the 7, for example, that's pretty deep, but not yet in contact with the full spirit. If you are on the stage of the 7, then the people that you are reaching out to, you have to be in that energy of the 7th energy to reach the people that are maybe on a 5 and 6 right now. Because these people are the ones that are going into the 7th level. So 5, 6, 7, you understand?
Yeah.
So don't reach out for the ones who are on the level 1 if you want to be in a 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, because that's not your people. They can be serious, but not in the way that you want to be serious down here. Does this make it more clear for you?
Yeah.
Yeah? And do you gain answers from yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah? And do you have a following question on that?
How can you make it attractive for people to look what's under the surface?
Everything is about the energy that you are sending out, my friend. And if you are working on the 7th level, for example, again, if you are always in that energy of the 7, that's where you have to make your content. That's where you have to make the music, the meditations, the work you are bringing. And when you are in that level, you will always get the next step all the time. You will not have the complete map all at once. It doesn't work that way, because it's always about expanding your energy and getting more knowledge. So it is, as an example, we gave Elizabeth something last night when she was going to sleep. She was doing a little practice where she set herself in a statement of, I am that $2 million spiritual woman. I am. She set herself in that statement. And when she got into that energy, then she got from us and from herself, the thought of, I have to do a CEO on my homepage that says the Sacred Purpose Method. And then we gave her also that she had to put in a link in one of the courses of the Sacred Purpose Method. And that was 2 things that we gave her when she put herself in that statement, in that energy of being the one that she wants to be. And then she wrote it down, because this was late evening. She wrote it down and then she did it this morning. So now she has done those 2 steps that we gave her. The next time she will put herself in that statement, I am that $2 million woman, spiritual, in line with myself. I am, and so it is. Then we will give her the next steps. So every time you're getting into a line with that energy that you want to work on. Is it a 7, 8, 9 or 10? That energy, work from that energy, put yourself in that energy and you will get all the answers that you need. One at a time. And then you have to do it one at a time. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it works, one step at a time. And when you have done, for example, this that we taught Elizabeth to do this morning, she then will get more steps, as we said. She will do that step, and she has no fucking clue on where we are leading her to. All that she knows it is, I put myself in this statement of the energy that I am, the one that I want to be, I am. She will get the following steps, one at a time, always, and we will lead her. So it's also about putting your trust in the guidance that you are bringing, the guidance that you get from your heart, as well as the inspiration and creativity that we are bringing you. So it's about not going inside of the mind. You're used to doing content, doing what you think that you have to do inside of here, instead of doing that simple steps one at a time. Because when you're doing these simple steps, you will get further, faster, even though you don't see it yet, because you are in the right energy that you have to be. And when you are in the right energy, then the people will attract into this energy. The people will respond to this, but not the people that you maybe think, because your mind is still on the people that maybe are just on a 3, 4, 5 level, and you need to get the ones that have come further, depending on which course you are prepared for, of course, depending on what you are doing right now, of course. But you have to be in the right energy, and you can't be in an old energy, old patterns of yourself when you're doing this. I know that it can be hard for your mind to understand this, because this is knowledge and wisdom that comes from the soul. Your soul knows this when we are talking to you. It just knows. But the mind doesn't always keep up in what the soul knows. You just have to take this down because it hurts in the legs now. So there you go, dear. It's always about the energy. When you are in the right energy that you want to be, you felt it before when you were in the deeper connection healing. That's one way of getting in line in that energy that you are. When you are in that, then you're sending it out, and the people will respond to that energy. And you have to put aside of the mind thinking, how the hell is that going to happen? Because the mind does not understand this.
But how do you do that?
Which part of it, my friend?
Setting your mind aside.
Getting inside of your body. As we are taught you in the deeper connection healing, for example, you're doing with a meditation, or what you said to Elizabeth before about the monks, they're doing the running meditations. That's one way of doing it. So you have to get inside of your body, some form of stillness. You have to get into yourself, because when you are in line with yourself, in touch with your heart, opening up, then the mind will get more aside. And this is a practice. It's like doing another programming inside of yourself, to program the heart to hear it more and more constantly, louder and louder and louder, because that's where your spirit are talking. And when the spirit are talking more louder, then the mind will eventually get more and more out of the way. And it's also about learning when your mind are taking the control again, because it's different energies. And that, my friend, is what we are telling you and showing you in the different courses that we have done together with Elizabeth and Suzanne, for example. So the answer is always to get inside of your body. And as we have told you before, at first it's not so comfortable in there. You can feel dizzy, you can feel like you like to vomit, you can feel like it's just blurry, fuzzy, and you don't know a fucking thing at first. But you will learn. Deeper and deeper. Just get this trash out of the way. Deeper and deeper and deeper. Because when you are listening to your heart, the more and more the trash will go out of itself. And you have experienced it in the deeper connection and the first session that we told you as well, of raising the spiritual voice, raising the spirit, then all the things that are in the way will get out of the way. And sometimes you have to wake it up, the spirit, over and over again, many, many times, because there are so much trash that you have to release. And you can also get more trash, even if you have cleansed it once before. If you are still in the wrong environment with the so-called wrong people, the people that do not inspire you, people that are draining you somehow, for example, that's also, then you get more, even if you have cleansed, then it can come back. Because then you aren't listening to your heart of where you are supposed to be. You are not in that alignment, because you're still going to the wrong people. Is wrong thing to say. It's more like the energies, they are not combining each other. Because it's like when the people we were talking about who are on the level 1 and the people who are on level 10 and all the people between there, it's about when you are on a 7, for example, again, and you're aligning with someone on the level 1, it's not a match. And then you will affect each other in ways that aren't good for any one of you. Do you need something more than that, my friend?
No, I think I'm fine.
Yes? Did you have some more questions about this topic?
Yeah. What are people really searching for?
It also depending on which level they are on. The ones that are just want to read the tarot cards, traditionally, again, as we said before, they are only looking for more tools to read the cards. They're only looking for people that can teach them more about the symbols, or how you can read the cards in different ways, or how you can make it easier, or a book that give them more knowledge, and that depends on which level they are at. So if they are searching in the level 1, they are just searching for more ways to read tarot. They're searching for maybe a teacher that can bring them more wisdom about the cards, how to read the cards, how to do a professional reading, stuff like that, for example. Another person that has starting their healing journey, as an example of the inner child, they are searching more knowledge and deeper understanding of traumas, of the inner child, of relationships, and are searching for inspiration and wisdom of the teachers that can bring them the knowledge of these traumas, for example, that the inner wounds that has to heal. And if you have one person that really wants to awaken, that really wants to get through the spiritual awakening, that really wants to get into the alignment with themselves, that want to awaken their spirit and get into the now in deep, deep connection with themselves, those people are searching for the teachers that can tell them about that. People who have done this journey. So it's always depending on what the people want, then they are searching for that kind of knowledge. So it all, if we're going back again to the question of what do you want? Which level do I want to work at? Who am I? What kind of teacher am I? What level am I working on? Because you are going to attract the people that want this knowledge. And then you can't keep yourself on this level of 1 if you want to be down on 10. And that's the tricky part, because that's where a lot of you get stuck. You get stuck in the level of 1, 2, 3, or 4, something like that, because there you have your, what do you call it, the zone that you know. You know this shit that you are doing here because you have done it so many times, and you know which kind of people that are attracted to this kind of lectures, for example, or books. You know that. But when you are getting deeper for yourself and deeper into your knowledge and your own wisdom, then you have expanded yourself, and then your mind don't know which people to attract anymore, because you haven't done this before. So then you keep yourself up in the old levels, in the old versions of yourself. But you, my friend, really have reached a deeper level already. But you're holding yourself into the old you, the old beliefs and the old energies. And therefore, you're not going to expand. Because this is not your energy anymore. And you are trying to force out content, trying to force out phone calls or emails to get out with this knowledge that you had on the level 3. And you are down on the level, down below this. And that's why you don't succeed. Because that's not your level anymore. You have expanded. You are bringing yourself in an old version of yourself. You're not there anymore. You have to throw out this disc of the old version of yourself. And doing that, that's also about getting deeper into yourself. Because when you are going deeper inside of yourself, then you will release the trash that are doing that you're holding yourself on this old level, this old version of yourself. And when you are putting out this trash, you're getting deeper, and then you will get into the right energy again. You understand what we are saying?
Yes.
Thank you. And as well as to you change makers on the other side of the camera, you can also start to bring questions to us, because we will gather these questions into the next sessions that we are bringing to you. So write down your questions inside the community, and we will do what do you call it? Calling, we can call it. Oh, that's funny, wasn't it? A calling that we will say that here you can put down your questions for the next session, and there you will write the questions. Maybe Elizabeth will develop it for something. She always comes up with some good ideas. But we say thank you for this session today, and thank you for listening. Thank you for all of your work. Thank you for letting us coming through, and we will see you in the next session.